Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little game with a train. And that was my train that just went past. And any second now it will come around again. This is, I believe, episode number 59 of Tiny Rails. This series has gone on for quite a while, quite a lot longer than I expected, to be honest. And in the last episode I was trying to finish up, here's my train as it goes past. Wonderfully pretty train that it is. I was trying to finish up the Asia North, I think is the area, and a hacking case with some friends of my accountant Lance. And when this episode starts, or when I go into the game, the train should be coming into a station to pick up two detectives I left behind to arrest the hackers, Saito and somebody else. Hey everyone, the plan worked. And I don't know if I've got to take them somewhere, but this should hopefully be the last part of this quest. Shibata, these two will be going away for a while. I totally understand why they did what they did. I'm not a fan of technology at all, but maybe Cherry Flower can strike a balance between technology and humanity. That is the goal, Saito. We've been secretly working on some really cool things. We will probably show it off at the next train con. For now, I just want to ride the rails a little and let creativity hit me. I agree. This was the craziest train con ever. We could use a little vacation. Lance, this was way better than Police Squad. No one will believe this story. Come on, you two. Let's go brainstorm some new robots. Okay, so that completes that part of the quest. That completes Asia Chapter 2. So, Asia Chapter 6 apparently. Make a stop at Hiroshima? Or Oceania Chapter 1, make a stop at Ottawa. Okay, well, apparently I've now unlocked the Oceania chapter. It's just confused me, the fact I've got two different things going on at the same time. All the rest, when I deal with a region, say complete the region. For example, complete 100% of North America. I've done 89%. Alaska, 78%. Europe, 75%. Russia, 85%. Now I'm going to make a stop at Hiroshima. Hiroshima or Hiroshima. Depends how you pronounce it. Or I can make a stop at Ottawa. The crew is hired to help transport an old rival to a new location. Will the mission be a success, or does a new rival emerge to cause a problem? Okay. That's that one, and I have no idea what's involved in this bit, but I will set my destination for wherever the heck it is. Let me zoom out the map. Hiroshima's not over there. It's over here somewhere. There it is. That is where I'll set my destination to. Yes, I haven't done very much since I finished the last episode. I ran around a little and dropped some of the cargo that was on my train at the right stations. But beyond that, I pretty much the same position I was in before. Same train. These cars which I added to the train last time, these front three cars, haven't reached level 2 yet. And I don't think I've actually completed the resource requirements of any stations. I'm closer with some of them, but... And I've now got under 1 million, which is up from where I left it, just because of the running around I did. And I've got 167,000 in the caboose. So I will get that out of the caboose, just so I've got 1 million in the bank. It looks like I've got to go to Ottawa before I go to Oceania. So that should be different. Completed a job. Always nice to get a little more money, especially when I've got a limited amount of it. Find another job. That one will do nicely. As I'm going into Harbin right now. wants lotus flowers or whatever they're called, and I don't have any of those. I will take its pear and its chopsticks because I can use those. And off to Changchun. Okay, so I'm coming down here through Shenyang and on to North Korea, South Korea, Busan, and then that's where I get to where I'm going to go. Apart from there's an obstacle in the way. Or, to be precise, a cow. So, I was thinking that at the end of that it would tell me, okay, complete the Asia North checklist if I haven't already done that, and then complete Asia North or Asia, yeah, would it be Asia North or Asia East, or both of them. I wasn't expected to be sent to another city. So I thought this episode would be more of just do what I want. But apparently not. Apparently it still wants me still wants to send me somewhere. As I replace some jobs with some new ones. Here we come into good old Changchun. My wonderful front car has lit up. Its wonderful little neon lighting. It wants coffee. I don't have any of that. It does have a chopstick. I can always use a chopstick. And 4 pairs. Oh, I don't need the replica swords. I have nowhere to sell them. Or the kendama. That's not saleable. Nothing wants it. Oh, I've got quite a few eggs. I'm not sure why I'm carrying them. Just out of curiosity. Eggs? No eggs. Oh, Cartagena. Apparently, and Christchurch in New Zealand want eggs. As does Port Auguste in Australia. And wherever that place is. Okay. So nowhere near me. Okay. I was having a how can I put this nicely? A brain fart, basically. As I head off to Shenyang, I went to the market, realised I didn't have what it needed, then thought I did have what it needed and went back into the market. I have no idea what my brain was doing then. Not an unusual occurrence for me. My brain frequently doing things that I have no idea why. However, I will overcome. I've survived this long with my brain the way it is. There's no reason I can't survive a bit longer. And I think once I'm done with this episode, I'll probably go watch an episode of Death in Paradise, the BBC TV show. Because a new series of that has started. Or it came out on Thursday, I think. And I haven't got around to watching it yet. Oh, this place wants tea. I don't have any normal tea. I do have green tea on my train. Oh, it has some pears. I will always take the pears. Off we go to North Korea. I'll see if I can wave at Kim Jong-un as I go past. I'm sure he'd be really happy to see this train operated by Westerners running through his wonderful country. Somehow I don't think we'd get out alive. Call me a tad paranoid if you like, but I just that vague feeling I have that I don't think I'd make it out alive of North Korea. It's not the most welcoming of places. Although they do have Western tourists that arrive there, get shown to all the choice spots and guided around so they don't see all the non-choice spots, because I remember a story of one last year or the year before, an American tourist who defaced something and they basically threw him in jail, and there was a big fuss about this stupid American teenager who had done something stupid and defaced something or stole something. And I thought, how dumb do you have to be to do something like that in North Korea? But I guess they learnt their lesson. Okay, this place does want chopsticks. Not the place I was really intending to give them chopsticks, but we'll take the rice, the Chinese spring water, because I have a use for it. And the wooden windows especially, as I've got to go do a load of station building in East Africa at some point, which will require a load of wooden windows. I'll complete another job. I'll worry about that in a minute. Well, it sounds like that sounded like a second job completing. And now I've hurt my left knee. Which is fine until you try and stretch your leg while you're sitting down recording a game, and then realise, no, you really didn't mean to bend your knee that way because that hurts. What's that wonderful song by Baz Luhrmann with the line in it? Be kind to your knees, you'll miss them once they're gone. Isn't that the truth? I'll take the rice. And them. Any wooden windows? No, I'll leave the rest of it. And let's clear out the jobs that I've completed. 2 621-mile distance jobs. Except a 1,500-something mile distance job. And a collect cargo from obstructions job to replace them. This is nice and relaxing. Watching my train move along the Far East. I don't know what's going to happen at Hiroshima or Hiroshima when I get there. It is going to be a complete mystery to me. Busan would also like chopsticks. I don't have any. I gave them to place in North Korea, but I will take your wooden windows and your rice. That. At some point I'm going to come back, spend some time in Japan, just going backwards and forwards with all the resources they require, because you only get most of them in Japan for stuff. For chopsticks I can get in China, but Korean spring water, shurikens, rice, and Chinese spring water you mainly find in Japan. So I would need to come back here at some point and just go backwards and forwards through Japan, completing as many of the station requirements as possible just from the stuff that's inside Japan, and then go outside Japan to pick up the rest of it. Looks like my train could do with a clean and a repair, so let's get that done. And here we go to find out what this is going to require of me. Welcome to Hiroshima, Japan. Okay, made a stop there. Okay, Asia Chapter 6 is now complete. That's all it required, was me to actually get here. So now complete 100% of Asia is the task, which is not a big deal, because I've done 60% of it. Yeah, not a big deal, my left foot. So I'm guessing I need to go to Ottawa next to continue the story. Just out of the sake of it, I will clear those jobs out, pick up some new ones. Though that's enough jobs. So to get to Oceania, I need to go to Ottawa. Okay, well while I'm here, let me go to the market because I've got some of the stuff it wants. Take the rice and the wooden windows, and that'll do for now. Now what we will do is go to Tokyo via that route, then I'll take a boat. I need to go to Canada anyway to pick up some plastic windows, and also from the west side of Canada some more lumber for my station building requirements in Africa. So, in fact, it's sending me over to Canada. C'est la vie. Oh, some more wooden windows. Good. Okay, you don't want anything in particular, by the way, cargo. And I'm fine without picking up any new cargo from there. On we go to Osaka. Why's the light gone out on my car? It has a nice flashing or bright yellow light. Okay, well that'll help. One of the other nice things about going to America, there is a load of cargo or North America, there are a load of cargo requirements in Russia and China for resources that I pretty much can mainly get in America. Things like oranges, ribs, chickens. Although I might be able to get chickens in other places, but for the most part they're easier to find in America. That was Osaka. Yeah, carrots, for example, found in America. Those two will do for resources. Now, I guess the light on this car turns itself off before the sun rises, but seems a little premature. And there we are, the next one. And this is why I've been picking up rice along the way, so I could drop it at this station. Yeah, I'll just leave the rest. So, Tokyo wants what? Oh, Chinese spring water. I've got a little bit of that on me. Then I will pull in at that boat, the Asia East port. Because I could work my way all the way across Asia, through Europe, then across the transatlantic tunnel, which is from Ireland to basically Canada East, which would be probably one of the closest ways to get there. But I'm going to take the boat, which is going to cost me a little bit of money, but not a great deal, to the west coast of the United States. And that way it'll save me a long trek across land, which with a long trek across land you can at least complete things. However, I don't need that right now because I'm not planning on coming back here immediately. So off we go to the Asia East port. Just like I could take the boat to the west side of Africa or the top of Australia. I think they're the three options I've currently got with the boat. Oh no, I think I've also got South America, the northern part of South America. I'm not sure if it's called Central America or Latin America, but there's a part of South America I believe has a port as well. However, these are all the, I'm guessing that's South America upper port, Oceania East port, which is Australia, Africa West port, or USA West port. I'm going to the USA West port. And first thing you do when you come to a port is decide which way you want to go when you come out. Now, I'm not entirely sure where Ottawa is. Oh, that's Ottawa all the way over there. So I'm going to go up this way. Because if you don't hit the map immediately, you'll come out and it will choose which direction it wants to send you in. So I'm on my way to Portland, Oregon, so I might as well clear these jobs which have been outstanding for a little while. And get myself some new ones. So this isn't going to be the most scintillating episode in the world. One of the reasons I went this way is that? Yep, that's Canada West. If I look at the resources, apart from Parkers, which I need for Seattle and a couple of other places, there is lumber, this green type wood, and it's all over the place in Canada West. Okay, I can't see what's in that one, but I need a lot of lumber for station building because I'm either out of it or practically out of it. Pretty sure I'm out of it. Whereas I've got a few wooden windows, got lots of red bricks, aluminium. I also want this stuff, so I'm probably going to need to stop at my depot. But now I'll take it all. I know that in China there's a place that wants oranges and there's a place that wants chickens. And I don't have any in my depot currently because I've used them all. And I haven't been going around collecting oranges and chickens because I haven't been collecting stuff from the United States for the most part. I have been back to Canada a couple of times and Alaska, and I popped through the United States, but I really wasn't looking to collect stuff from there. Hence my shortage of oranges and chickens. That, and I was trying to clear out my depot, so I've actually had some space so I could store some of the stuff I've got, because storage space is at a premium. Part of the challenge, if you like, with this game is there's a lot of stuff that you find in one region that is required on the other side of the world, and once you know which resources or which cargo it is you require on the other side of the world, you tend to pick it up when you see it and just throw it in your depot, and all of a sudden you run out of space in your depot, and then you realise, well, the only place I can use that is on the other side of the world, so you've got to make a trip to the other side of the world. And chickens, oranges, I actually need all of that. The lemons I need for Russia, the honey I need for China, the microchips I need all over the place, iron I need for the factories, copper I need for the factories, the oranges I need for China, and the chickens I need for China. Amazing. I actually needed everything I saw there. Now I need to set a map pointer, don't I, for where I'm going. Let's head up to Kamloops. Once again, yeah, I don't know if I can fit it all in, but I need it all. Oh, I can't quite fit it all in. That's a bit of a problem. Alright, well, we'll get rid of the instant ramen and the green tea, the bamboo, the eggs. I want to keep the pears. But that should give me enough space to pick up some lumber along the way to my depot, as well as the other stuff I picked up. Then I'll dump it all in the depot, and I'm not going to make Ottawa during this episode, so that'll be in a future episode, the start of whatever the story is that starts in Ottawa that leads me to Australia. Although if it's just one thing in Ottawa, then I have to go to Australia. That's going to be spread over multiple episodes, because I'm certainly not going to Ottawa then work my way immediately to Australia. So now I'm at Vancouver. I want the lumber, I want the Parkers. I can do with the wood. Certainly do with the chicken. I don't think I need the asparagus. The oil would be useful, but I'll leave it for now. Now I want to go via this factory, actually. Now I'm this far. I've already picked up the car that's in there. I think it's currently on my... it's either currently on my train or it was on my train. No, it's currently on my train. There it is, the second car back. I've already picked up that car I made at the factory. But I want to go through the factory because it's a shorter route. Well, basically, I want to go to Kamloops, pick up some lumber, and then to get over to this depot? Well, I can either go up towards the north, or I can come back out and round. So I might as well just go straight through the factory and out the other side. It's simpler. Have a burst of speed. And apparently, I think it's this car, the 7C's car, makes me faster on bridges. This train frame car makes me 1 mile per hour faster at night. Get some more lumber, more wood and some more parkers. They're the main things I want. I'll leave the chicken for now. Right, we'll go through Canada West Factory, out the other side to Calgary. Been a while since I've recorded an episode with me going through Canada. Oh, that's not good. I didn't need an obstacle, because that's going to take up the rest of my space in my train. Oh, I might as well collect the money from the jobs I've completed along the way. That's 3. Any more? 4. 5. 6. That's a nice little chunk of money. And pick up some new jobs to replace them. Back when you start this game, the cost of 100 gold to refresh the job board seems a little extravagant. At this point, it's doesn't even open the Canada West factory anymore, because I've already built the car and taken it from there. So there's nothing for me. But yes, refreshing the job board for 100 gold seems something you have to consider at this point. When you're sat with $1 million in the bank, I don't know how much in the caboose, and you've got, I don't know, between 50 and 100,000 in jobs on the job you're currently working on. The cost of 100 gold to refresh the job board multiple times to get the jobs you want really isn't that big a deal. As I come towards Banff, I said I'm going to Calgary, aren't I? Once I'm out of there, I'm going up to there. So I'm going to have to drop some cargo at Banff. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I do want the wood. What have I got that I don't want? Nothing. All of that's useful. Okay. Well, I'll just come back through Banff at some point. Actually, I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 loops of Canada West to get as much lumber as possible. And much other things as possible. So I'm going to be in Canada West for a while. I certainly don't imagine exiting Canada West anytime in the near future. However, you won't get to see that because it won't be really of any interest whatsoever watching me do loops around Canada. Considering at some point early on in this game and early on in the series there is a recording of me doing Canada West and basically going around to all the different stations in Canada. Canada East and Canada West and Canada Central for that matter. So I'm not going to inflict the same thing on you again. Okay, I've made it to Calgary, and that's probably as good a stopping point as any. I need the 6 lumber. The lumber's probably the most important resource. I'll get rid of the pocket games. I've got some of them in the depot already. Yeah, I much I'd like the copper as well. I'm going to throw out the wasabi. Now, I need to complete the fireworks for Calgary. I don't 35 fireworks short. Okay, well, as I head towards Edmonton, then my depot, I will say that is the end of this episode. As usual, I hope you enjoyed to one degree or another. At least you saw the end of the quest in Asia North, Asia in general. And hopefully I'll see you further down the track for more tiny rails in the future. Cheerio!